Unrivaled League needs Caitlin Clark, and they are preparing to offer her a massive deal.
When Caitlin Clark finally revealed her secret contract for the Super League, she dropped a bombshell. Given that they thought they were part of the exclusive club, it's reasonable to say that Angel Reese and A.A. Wilson are feeling the heat. In secret, Breanna Stewart made a startling offer to Clark that no one else knew about.
Clark could receive a Lionel Messi-like offer to play in Unrivaled's startup 3-on-3 league, which is a full-court press to sign.
It was an easy arrangement. Unmatched. Like top-secret intelligence, they hired Clark covertly and enforced a rigorous no-disclosure policy.
It's also interesting to me because I feel like it is kind of late in the game to start recruiting Caitlin Clark. The Unrivaled League has 26 of their 30 players already.
Questioned why rising sensation Caitlin Clark was absent from the Unrivaled premiere. Social media exploded with inquiries regarding Caitlin's location, with sports programs taking the lead.
Is needed for this league. It should be one of their main goals is to get her to play in the league no matter what that costs, no matter what that is going to
It is uncommon to witness a novice poll. Even though arena attendance increased by 50%,
they're realizing we might need Caitlin. Nafisa Collier, who is one of the founders of Unrivaled, had this to say about Caitlin
Clark was left off of the largest new league starting lineup. It seemed like a slap in the face, as though the league didn't think Clark was valuable or that they could launch well without her. One of the league's co-founders planned to keep Clark's involvement a secret in order to build suspense and surprise the fans.
Look, everywhere you turn, Indiana Fever's breaking.
She should be one of the top paid players in the world just for the sheer numbers that she's bringing. Caitlin Clark was offered a $75 million deal to become the official face of Unrivaled. The deal included a hefty guaranteed salary, endorsement deals.
Brand new. It's going to be hard to get eyeballs on it. All of these, I mean, the WNBA is in their 28th season and it's still a new league. Like, it's hard to get the kind of virality, viewership, all the things that you want right off the bat. And especially if you don't have a big name or a big draw.
Exclusive TV rights, and even a front row seat. Grand plans for global expansion. Stewart and her group expected to talk about renegotiations or other options if other players found out about the agreement. Sentiments of alienation.
Kind of physicality and double teams and face guards and all of those things that she was receiving on the court, but also all of the noise, all of the drama, all the media circus surrounding her off the court. Like, that just had to have been so much to handle.
However, perspective was significantly impacted once the numbers were made public. The NBA's current MVP, A.A. Wilson, makes about $230,000 a year. Taking things to the next level is evident in Clark's contract. More than 45 televised games and a concerted attempt to boost viewership, women's basketball is dedicated to become a primetime sensation.
To drive revenue so we can give the players extra income opportunities. I had to educate the players that, like, good, 75 million divided by 144 payout.
Fans are giving Clark and his colleagues encouraging comments. Prominent WNBA players like A.A. Wilson and Angel Reese feel something different. Clark's offer draws attention to the sport's notable financial disparities. On social media, Angel once again voiced her displeasure, saying that her years of dedication to the sport were eclipsed through a one-time, massive contract.
Just announced recently that Unrivaled struck a television deal with TNT. Now, this exclusive media rights deal is reported to be 45 plus primetime games. TNT Sports are also invested in the league, and sources say that it's a 6-year deal that could be worth more than $100 million.
It makes sense that a rookie offer was higher than her salary for the season. Stars provides a sting for players that make between $150,000 and $200,000. Clark has unmatched financial priorities, as evidenced by their pay package, which is more than 20 times their wage. At this point, things start to get extremely interesting. Although this agreement could improve women's sports, it might could lead to conflict among WNBA players who have battled for increased compensation, recognition, and television time. Players who have spent years establishing the sport may get resentful if Clark's golden ticket turns out to be worth more than they have ever seen.
There have been so many players, coaches, media personality who have been so afraid to just admit the fact that Caitlin Clark has been the sole reason for so many of these things happening this season in the WNBA.
In the WNBA, Caitlin Clark has become a phenomenon and a marketing treasure trove. She was a game share in her rookie season. League that has historically drawn less spectators than its male equivalent. Due to the Clark effect, arena attendance increased by 50%, and each game drew over 1 million viewers. Not seen in the WNBA before. From the beginning, Clark's influence on the league was clear.
Because we're not asking to get paid what the men get paid. We're asking to get paid the same percentage of revenue shared.
Long after the game was over, her presence enthralled onlookers, and her highlights went viral on social media. By concentrating on merchandise, some network members tried to minimize her contributions. Clark's Caitlin jersey broke NBA product sales records as they were sold like hotcakes. Her achievement was something that fans wanted to share. Clark was a game changer for the WNBA, giving the league much-needed exposure and attention. The league now relies heavily on her name, moves, and brand. She attracted a younger and more varied audience in addition to the usual one. Her following.
Like Nafisa said, they're changing venues just to accommodate all the fans who want to come watch Caitlin.
Previously, the Ian Clark Ice Cube's Big Three League was a league that was unparalleled in its scope. Comprised of former NBA players, made Clark an incredible $3 million offer to join the league in 2024. The greatest players in the league usually make between $1 million and $500,000 a season, but Ice Cube was prepared to spend 6 times that much for Clark. This was about moving Clark along as well as introducing a quality player.
Came by people that were sitting on this network. They tried to minimize her, said, well, you giving her all this.
They want to rush into it because we wanted new owners, like new ownership groups. Anyone who knows sports here knows, like, it's a slog to be a.
By giving Clark a place in a league dominated by NBA powerhouses, Cube made a daring move. He was prepared to question the Big Three's customs to accommodate her, even if it meant putting his seasoned stars' egos at risk. Cube believed that fans of more than only women's basketball were drawn to Clark's crossport appeal.
Have former NBA players playing in Big Three, right? So for Cube to come out and be like, I'm going to pay Caitlin Clark more than I play any of these guys who used to play in the NBA. I'm going to pay Caitlin Clark more because that's the value that I see in her.
By declining Cube's $3 million offer and sticking in the WNBA, Clark showed that she was not just eager for fame or fortune. In order to advance her career and help women's sports flourish, Clark chose the WNBA. Her commitment to her career and the sport's future was evident in this choice.
Was so unapologetic with the way that he came out and said, this is who we want, this is the value that we see in her, regardless. If she can't make a game, that's totally fine. We know that it coincides with WNBA season.
Clark demonstrated that she was more than simply a player by turning down Cube's $3 million offer and remaining in the WNBA. Yearning for wealth or notoriety, Clark decided to join the WNBA to further her career and support the growth of women's sports. This decision demonstrated her dedication to her career and the future of the sport.
Lisa Leslie, Nancy Lieberman, like there are legends among us in the Big Three, and there are high-level former professional athletes on our courts, and he was okay putting it out there because he knew how much it could help the Big Three. Clark Rivaled would have taken that exact approach, and what it feels like to me is Caitlin Clark was an afterthought in all of this. And maybe she was, maybe she wasn't, maybe they wanted to wait until after the WNBA